It's a 6 out of 10. Don't pay $60 for this game. Maybe 30, maybe 30. That's it. No more, not a penny more. Roll the intro. There are some who may be upset with me right now, and they may be saying, Egnium, this is an 8 out of 10. Egnium, this is a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. And personally, I respect all opinions. Personally, I don't see it. I think you could come up with some good arguments for 7 out of 10. I do think there are some good arguments there, and I'd love to hear about those in the comments. But I'm personally still going to stay at a 6, but I do think, allegedly, for those who are saying that this game is a 10 out of 10, allegedly, I have no information on this, but allegedly, you're being paid. There is no way, in my personal opinion, you could ever rate this game a 10 out of 10. I just don't see it. That's just where I stand. I think a lot of times it comes down to money, and I just don't see this game as a 10 out of 10. But again, that's my take. I am going to add a coaching note here. One coaching note, just one, just a little footnote, just a coaching opportunity. Not going to add a point because of it. Not going to take away a point because of it. But the jokes in this game, oh man, they tried. They took a swing. Here you go. Here's a few.
Oh, and before you leave, I would suggest checking in and around your seats for any surprises.
What kind?
The scorpion kind. She has a thing for them.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned for Land Rover.
Bond? Bond, are you there?
I'm here.
Where the hell?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you know, just hanging around. It's been fun, but I'm gonna have to break this off.
Ooh, that was a good one. That was rich. The story. Okay, so let's talk about the story. Let's have a little conversation about it. So the game is about an AI system, an AI computer, if you will, a machine that is able to wait, sorry. It's about an AI machine that is so powerful and complex and convoluted that it can predict things before they start to happen, and it can help prevent wars and criminals, and it can detect things before they what? See, that's about as much as I know about the story, because every time they brought up the machine, I think I fell asleep. I couldn't keep it together. I couldn't pay attention. I'm pretty sure there was a machine. I'm pretty sure it was important. And I'm pretty sure that we've seen it before.
What do you want?
Peace.
Not that machine. Not that machine from the Matrix. No, the other machine. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one from the game. That's it. Yeah. Apparently it's very important, and I'm supposed to care about it, and the whole game revolves around it. But when you start talking to me about AI, I fall asleep. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care about it. I don't care. I'm just a simple egg. I don't care about it. I don't care about AI. I'm bored of it. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of talking about it. Go to Copilot. Don't talk to me. In fact, Copilot wrote this entire review. I didn't even write a single word. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Story, terrible. Didn't like it. It didn't glue me together. Okay. Moving on. I am now going to share with you 2 things that deeply impacted me while playing this game. It is my video, and I reserve the right to be petty when I want to be, so feel free to judge me at the conclusion of these 2 points. The first one deeply frustrated me. The second one is actually quite funny and counterbalances the first one. So there's that, I guess. Number 1, gaining composure. There is a scene in this game where James Bond is told that he needs to tie his bow tie, and he doesn't know how to. Now, the reason we are given, you know what? I'm going to let you watch the clip. I'm going to let you watch the clip of James Bond explaining the reason that he doesn't know how to tie a tie.
Missing something. The bow tie?
I don't suppose Q included instructions.
How on earth did you make it through boarding school without tying one?
It's complicated.
It's complicated? What is so complicated about this? It's a tie. You're James Bond. Okay, look. Let's go. We're going to go to the Google machine. Okay, let's read this together, everybody. Here we go. Yes, students at boarding schools with formal uniform requirements typically learn how to tie a tie. If they do not already know before arriving, older students, dorm parents, or staff members will teach them during the first few days of orientation so they can meet the daily dress code. The daily dress code. Daily. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if you don't have a nose, just breathe in your mouth and then out your mouth. The other topic, which I am impressed about, is the crowds. There are many events that James Bond takes part in this game with a lot of highbrow people. Richie Rich drinking champagne cocktails in the Appalachian Mountains. These people usually had a lot of money, but the point is you're at a lot of parties, Richie Rich parties with a lot of people who are having conversations, and you have to, through the environment and through the scenes, which were very well designed, by the way, you have to go ahead and you have to navigate through them. And, you know, I give them a lot of credit here because this is not easy to design. You're not dealing in a situation here where each crowd and each group of people has like an individual force field around them where you can't really get in there and navigate through the crowd. You actually can. You actually can weave through the people and you can kind of move through fluidly, which is really nice. There is a downside to this, however, and it's comedy gold. You can push people around so that they enter conversations and bubbles that they were never in before. And I had a blast with this on stream, an absolute blast. And I think I spent more time doing that than I even care to admit. I think I even did it a little bit off stream as well. So yeah. That did happen. Here's some instances. Here's a brief clip. I had a blast.
Excuse me. Unintentional. Just coming
through. You're not even talking to each other. Okay.
Do you mind?
Sorry, just trying to get through.
Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. You're talking to you. Now you're talking to him. Now she's talking to her. Oh, this is good. It still makes me laugh. Good job game. Okay, moving on. Okay, yeah. The other thing, really quick too. I do think that more than makes up for. I think that more than makes up for the bow tie. I do. I think, given everything that they had to design and create and do for that, hats off. Very good job. Okay, moving on. Now, I don't want to come across as the rotten egg in the dozen. There's a lot of really good things here happening. Obviously, the game is above average. The graphics are very impressive. I think the beginning, it was for some reason for me a little bit more beautiful than towards the end. The acting, the characters, the cast, all phenomenal. I preface by saying here that if I mispronounce any names, I apologize in advance. I'm going to give it a shot. Patrick Gibson, Lenny James, Piranga Buford, Alistair McKenzie, Kiera Lester, Noemi Nakai, Gamma Chan, Lenny Kravitz. Fantastic. Great job. Kudos to you. Kudos. All around kudos. I loved it. Great job. Unbelievable effort, unbelievable commitment, and you could feel that part in the story. You could feel it. It felt like they cared. Nobody just mailed it in. Now, the writing, though, let's talk about that. I will always do my best to not talk about spoilers and not talk about things that could ultimately be detrimental to the game. But I will tell you that this game, you will see it coming a mile away. You will know what is going to happen before it happens because the game does not do a good job hiding its cards. It's the worst Texas Hold'em player that you have ever seen. One moment in particular involves an auction, and it is the most hysterical auction that you have ever heard. Atmosphere killing, hilarious gobbledygook that you have ever heard. I promise you, because the bids just get more and more outrageous.
$1 million US.
From and to all of our harbors. No inspections, no questions. Complete and utter diplomatic government. Plus, private jet with armed escort for Bavma.
My organization will help fund and implement the next stage of infrastructure in Aleph.
A thrilling next election in Mauritania. The ruling seat will be delivered and gift wrapped. I also offer 4 European Union ambassadors, all of which have been compromised, of course.
Yeah, I didn't even play you the full clip, okay? But trust me, it's great. It's great from a comical standpoint. And that's the moment you learn that this game is not meant to be taken completely seriously. At least it was for me. That's the moment that my eyes shot open and I was like, So, just have your guard up. Let's talk about the characters. It's a rough ride. There are these twins.
You Getsuki Miko.
No, not those twins. Those are actually well-written, cool twins. This is another pair of twins. At least I think they were twins. They probably were twins. They're forgettable. Nobody cares about them. The main baddie, he complains. Oh. Yeah. Just like that. Just like in The Matrix. Yeah. In fact, this movie is turning more and more into The Matrix the more and more I pull clips. And going into it, to be fair, I didn't even really know who the baddie was. I saw some guy in a gold mask, and I thought to myself, okay, they'll piece it together. They did not piece it together. They didn't. It was forced and jammed in with super glue, but the jigsaw puzzle didn't fit together. They force fit the picture, and now I'm left with a Picasso. Yeah. That's the perfect analogy that I can think of right now. A Picasso. Okay, moving on. Talking about Bond, 007, James Bond. Patrick Gibson, once again, did everything he could with the script that he was given. He pushed every line. He gave it 100%. He 10 out of 10 job. But the way Bond was written, it could have used a little bit more pizzazz. Let's just say, to help you draw the parallel if you haven't played the game, this Bond is no Daniel Craig, which is fine. It's fine. Daniel Craig is like a Halley's Comet, once in half a century, or when does it come? I don't even know. 50 years? Okay, Daniel Craig is just a rare gem. So it's a hard standard to hit, but I'm telling you, don't have your bar too high. Now, Lenny James as John Greenway. Now, John Greenway, this character, fantastic. He stole the show. Standing O, give me more. He was the glue to the game, and he delivered, in my humble opinion, the best message in the whole game, with the story that probably was the one glimmer of hope in the whole thing that was delivered to us. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not going to get too far into details because I don't want to give any spoilers. I don't want to let away what happens here, but fantastic. And that's the part where it works for me. So you've got really bad baddies who were written poorly, just no good at all. I didn't care for any of them whatsoever. Bond is okay, and John Greenway, absolutely fantastic. So there's the characters in a nutshell. Good guys and bad guys. Gameplay. Oh boy. There's this part in the game where when the enemy has a gun, it says license to kill at the very top. It's like license to kill. And that's the part you could take out your gun and you could. The problem is there's no point. There is no point because James Bond has 2 deadly weapons pulled out already. and it's his right and left hand, because these karate chop hands, you might as well just buy the Matrix movies until this video game is $30 or less. That's my 2 cents. Anyways, you're basically Neo from the Matrix because you are the one. There's no reason to have a gun. Just karate chop everybody. Judo chop. And it's hysterical. I should have been dead so many times in this game. Hold on. I got a clip. Play that clip. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. No, not that one. The other one. Stu, play the other one. Yeah, that one. Play it. Thank you.
Let's get it.
You see, I should have been dead about 14 times there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What? It's the same old, same old. Hit X, and then when they're kind of like stunned, hit XB and they're dead. The sound people, the music stole the show here. No critiques, no criticisms. The opening intro song, fantastic. Great cinematography, great job putting it together. They really put in the extra effort, and it was, I think, fantastic. I don't want to knock them in any respect here, because I think a lot of hard work, effort, energy, and time went into this. And I think it was those small details, the sound, with the way that they did it with the music, with a lot of the cinematography pieces with this game. I think it saved it. I think it brought it back from the depths and sinking underwater. And I think that's where the game truly shines and makes it, in my opinion, above average. Kudos to the studio. Kudos to IO Interactive. Great job. Absolutely fantastic. I don't care if they make a second light. I don't care if they make a third light, a fourth light, or a fifth light. I'm done. I'm good. I'm checked out. At this point, I don't care where they go in the story. I almost, and I'm thankfully I didn't do this, I almost purchased the special edition, which I think I saw a few weeks ago was like 50% off or something like that. So I was really happy I didn't pull the trigger on that. But at any rate, wherever the story goes next, I'm going to be playing something else. I don't know what yet will be, but it won't be this. And you know, that's just, you know, where I stand. I would love to hear what you think. Please leave it down in the comments. I do want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my Yoki heart for being here, for watching, for all of your attention here today, for listening through this video, and for being a part of this community. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. And thank you. Let's do. What? Like and subscribe. You're supposed to tell them to like and subscribe. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Too hard? Too aggressive. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. How'd that come across? Still be real. Do it again. Take another one. Do another take. Oh, okay. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. How was that one?